All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Dark Backward, also known as The Man with Three Arms. 1991 U.S. satirical comedy film written and directed by Adam Rifkin, who also did Detroit Rock City with the great Shannon Tweed, which I saw on the drive-in movie theater screen with my first wife and my friend at the time. I think it was on a double bill with some kind of Ice Cube movie. I forgot. Stars Judd Nelson, Bill Paxton, Wayne Newton, Laura Flynn. Boyle. The film features special makeup effects by Alterian Inc. Let's see what the movie poster says. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. As expected, I love this flick. If you like Detroit Rock City, you're going to love this flick. If you like the Forbidden Zone, you're going to love this. It's an underrated cult gem. I love this flick. Very well done. I can't read the movie poster. The print on the well, let me see. Let me see if I can pull up a better resolution than Wikipedia. The Dark Backward movie poster. Let's try this one. Come on. Let's try the IMDb movie poster. Oh, that's much better. Reminiscent of Eraserhead pink flamingos in Brazil. A compelling, weird, urban netherworld. How do I enlarge this? Zoom. I guess I can't enlarge it. It's the world inside out. What is fresh, funny, and highly creative meditation? I'm having trouble reading this poster. I need my reading glasses. Oh, I see. Okay. It says a fresh, funny, and highly creative meditation on showbiz and the nature of comedy itself. Very good. I finally got to read the movie poster after squinting my eyes on the IMDb site. Let's see what else. Okay. I just had it and then it went back. Okay. Marty Malt Judd Nelson is an unhappy garbage man who moonlights as an atrociously unfunny stand up comic. I thought his jokes were so bad that they were so good, kind of thing. I mean, have you ever laughed at bad jokes before? Well, I have. It says the budget is $2 million, but Adam Rifkin, who went on and on telling story after story, I don't know how much of it is true. Adam Rifkin says the budget was only 600,000 to 700,000. So there's a disagreement that there. Marty Malt, what a name, Marty Malt, lives in a dark, grimy, garbage-strewn urban netherworld. In other words, Los Angeles, where a company named Blumps apparently owes everything. I love the Blumps logo. It looks like something out of a Devo. The men who makes the music video VHS that my ex-wife bought me for Christmas. His best friend and fellow trash collector Gus, Bill Paxton, is the only one who laughs at his jokes, and his sincerity is questionable. The obnoxiously exuberant Gus. I love the character Gus. He's always excited about nothing important. And he thinks Marty Malt is a great comic, destined for stardom. So this Gus guy plays an accordion, which is funny in and of itself. There's one really offensive scene at the garbage dump where he's doing some kind of necromania stuff. It's bizarre. You got to have a really twisted sense of humor to enjoy this. Anyway, he always carries his accordion with him. And he's like stumbling over it when Marty Malt calls him after he has this little trashy necromania fit. Oh. My son finished his burritos. Marty is seeking Rosarita, Laura Flynn Boyle, a waitress, but she doesn't seem too interested in him. One day, Gus convinces a talent agent, Jackie Chrome, another great character played by Wayne Newton, to check out Marty's act. Jackie Chrome wears bright colors. He's trying to test your eyesight with his with his clothing. Jackie isn't impressed. Marty's luck seems to have taken a turn for the worse when a large lump starts growing on his back. He goes to a quack doctor, James Caan, another great character. He calls him a wimp and puts a Band-Aid on the lump. The lump continues to grow, eventually becoming a full-sized arm, while Gus uses Marty's newfound freakishness to impress his morbidly obese girlfriends. More great scenes. You get to see Bill Paxton jumping into bed with no clothes on. A horrified Rosarita breaks up with Marty, and he gets fired from the club where he does his act. All of this is in a dark, dirty, dungy part of Los Angeles. Like the worst part of Los Angeles. I mean, we're talking Maxine Waters district here. Marty is despondent until Gus brings him to see Jackie, who it turns out has always dreamed of finding a real three-armed comic. Rechristened Desi the Three-Armed Wonder Comic, and with Gus now providing musical accompaniment, Marty gets a fresh start on his career. Marty and Gus have a few semi-successful shows, and eventually they meet Hollywood talent Dick Delta, played by Rob Lowe, another great character, who offers a job. Marty, Gus, and Jackie celebrate this big break, and everything seems to be looking up until Marty wakes up the following morning to discover his third arm has inexplicably vanished. He goes with Gus to see Jackie, who is furious at first, but calms down, decides to tell Dirk the truth upon Marty's suggestion. After calling Dirk and telling him the bad news, Dirk surprisingly asks them to send Gus to fill the spot with his accordion playing. Gus is ecstatic and leaves almost immediately. And that's the movie right there. The film was released theatrically on July 26, 1991. In March 1992, the film was released on video cassette and laserdisc by RCA Columbia. Sony Pictures Home Entertainment released a special edition DVD on August 21st, 2007, which is the version that I watched. And it had tons of bonus features with Adam Rifkin on it. It had a Q&A, introduction. What else? Documentary. It was great. I thoroughly enjoyed this disc. Karate Man's in the chat room, of course. He's in the chat room for every single video I do nowadays. Mainly because I've done so many of his Karate Man movies reviews. And so every time I do a review now, I say, oh, yeah, this actor was in another Karate Man movie. I mentioned Shannon Tweed. Sorry. I'm surprised he didn't say anything about Shannon Tweed. Anyway, I saw you for a few seconds live. It was pitch black. I couldn't even see myself. So I just decided to delete it and re-upload the live stream. Anyways, Karate Man says, I first knew Judd Nelson from The Breakfast Club, 1985, which I've seen that movie a million times for the past 13 years. You got to see Judd Nelson in this one. He's a total dweeb. I mean, I think he played the stoner guy, the stoner bully guy. Yeah, Shannon Tweed was in Detroit Rock City by the same director. Anyway. In this movie, he's a total dweeb and a loser. I love this flick. The Dark Backward performed extremely poorly during his limited run, making only $28,654. The film received mostly negative reviews upon its release. It received a 45% approval rating at Rotten Tomatoes based on 11 reviews. That means it's actually good. 5 positive, 6 negative. Janet Maslin of the New York Times criticized the film's silly story, poor acting, and grotesque scenes, calling the film a confused David Lynch wannabe. We like confused David Lynch wannabe. That concentrates only on stomach-turning trivia and on the kind of exaggeratedly stupid behavior that amounts to directorial condescension. Another reason to watch. And the film's efforts to say something about success and its capriciousness never succeed in rising above an elbow in the ribs obliviousness. Scott Weinberg of eFilmCritic.com gave the film a rating of 1.5 out of 5, saying it tries way too hard to be a cult classic, which probably explains why it's not one. Sorry, Scott Weinberg. It is a cult classic. Not all reviews were negative. Brian Webster of the Apollo Guide enjoyed the film, giving his score of 74 out of 100 and describing it as odd and twisted. The Dark Backward has plenty to thrill admirers of ugliness and enough food for thought to interest the rest of us too. Yeah, Judd Nelson's body is like, he keeps walking around like this, and he's sweating profusely when he's doing his unfunny comedy act, which is actually funny because it's not funny, if that makes sense. You're laughing at how bad his jokes are, in other words. And I don't want to spoil the ending, but I thought it was a pretty decent ending. I'm liking this director, Adam Rifkin. I've seen two of his films so far, and I love both of them. I saw one of them at a drive-in theater in Burlingame that I was telling you about. Detroit Rock City with Shannon Tweed, Karate Man's favorite. I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 1, only 20 hours a week. I'm trying to get a job with the city to do public emergency dispatcher job, 911. I just passed the building today, and it takes them 10 days just to review the application before they start doing interviews. So I don't even know my schedule with him this summer. I told my ex-wife, I think I'm just going to do 4 non-consecutive 2-day weekends. No, I like working at the office where I'm at. Lots of interesting coworkers. I was telling my son, I think I have a better chance of getting a date at work than I do on Tinder, because Tinder is full of fake people. You say, hey, can I meet you in person? And they say, I want to get to know you first. In other words, I want your phone number and I want you to sign up for a crypto account. Yeah, I like working. I miss working 60 hours a week, although I don't miss being tired every day. So I want to go back to working 60 hours a week for the city and county of San Francisco. I'm at that stage in my life when I'm in my 50s where I need to be making over 100,000 a year. Because that's the age range when you're supposed to be making more money, not less money. So right now I'm on unemployment. I'm making about 300 net a week from my part-time job, maybe 250 a week from what's my net worth? I would say it's about 400,000. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's about 400,000 if you add up all my retirement accounts and everything. Something like that. Maybe 500,000, 400 to 500,000 is my net worth. I wish it was more, but I can't seem to save up enough money in my Robinhood account to make wise investments or get lucky on put options trading. Anyways, cool flick, highly recommended. Check it out. Yeah, I've got enough money to retire. I probably won't retire until I'm like 74. And then, yeah. So, still got a long ways to go. Still got about 21 years of work to do. So, hopefully I can find a decent paying job like real soon, like later this month. I'm starting to get nervous because right now I have about 3,000 in my checking account, which is decent. I paid most of my bills except for my Cobra. which is $804 a month. But my income's going to go way down starting next week, and it's not going to be pretty. How many jobs have I changed most of the time? Well, I worked in downtown San Francisco for 12 years, and I worked a couple of years in Burlingame, and I worked about, let's say, 8 years in South San Francisco, and so I've been sort of in between jobs for the last 11 months. I finally got my first office job in 11 months. Or was it? Oh, I guess it was 12 months. It took me 12 months to get that office job in San Francisco. It pays well, but I only work half time. So can't pay the bills working half time and collecting unemployment. I've got to get that city and county of San Francisco job. It's a must. Is there nutcases? Yeah. Yeah, there's some pretty nutty people who do valet parking attendant. I wonder what happened to British Crumpet Man, the troll. It's funny because my coworker just came back from Great Britain and she brought crumpets with her. I never actually tried crumpets. I used to like English muffins though. When I was a kid, the sourdough muffins with the holes in them soak up the butter. English Crumpet Man. British Crumpet Man. What a name. Anyways. Yeah, maybe he was. Or maybe he was a former coworker at my cable construction company job. Crime Wave? I don't remember that one. $1985? Oh, now I remember. That was pretty bad. That was the Sam Raimi. I'm about to get Darkman by Sam Raimi. I guess you watched it because I'm guessing you watched it because your guy what's that guy's name? Look at the wrong film. Here we go. Crime Wave had Brian James in it. That's why you watched it, right, Karate Man? Oh, that was the one where we destroyed the trolls. Now I remember. And then Adrian said, "Get him, Karate Man." Yeah, that was funny. Oswald Rivaldi. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't take too kindly that I didn't like Crime Wave. Oh, well. Can't win them all. he's probably a big time Sam Raimi fan. He likes every single thing that Sam Raimi ever put his finger on. It's like that big crybaby Rambo Raff for life. This movie is so horrible. How dare you like the movie that I don't like? How dare they remake the oh yeah, I can't keep my eyes on the chat and the Wikipedia page or the IMDb page at the same time. I don't have two sets of eyes, man. This guy was really annoying. He just wanted to say that I was a bad person because I didn't like the movie and he liked it. And also, I was taking too long to respond to his chat, so he was going to leave. So, okay, fine. Goodbye. Good riddance to bad garbage. All right. Well, nice chatting with you, Karate Man. Good to see you. I'll go down my list. Let me see what's coming down the pike on Netflix because it changed. Netflix decided not to send me one of the movies that I thought getting later this week. And so what I told you in my last video, I'm going to have to update now. Because I'm not getting one of those movies. I'm getting one other movie that I didn't mention in my last video. Anyways. I've been going nonstop since like 6 a.m. I think I've got more energy now that I'm on this reduced work schedule, kind of in between jobs again. And it's kind of ironic too because I'm doing desk work, which I've been wanting to do for 12 months, but I just can't get enough hours. Anyways, we talked about Darkman 1990, Sam Raimi, Batman ripoff, which I probably won't like, but I am looking forward to Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 1981. I'll tell you who's in that one in a minute. I've also got Dark Waters 1993 coming up later this week. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. That's got Charles Dunning, Larry Drake, Dr. Giggles. Karate Man knows Larry Drake. He plays the bad guy in a bunch of action movies. That video was in March. Time flies. Yeah. I think that's when I started working for that stupid valet parking attendant on Howard Street, 1 Stewart Lane. I saw my former coworker, the front desk guy, walking down the street, and he probably saw me on the corner of his eye, and he kind of moved his head away like he didn't want to talk to me. I was like, okay, whatever. Batman I saw on the big screen when it first came out. I haven't seen Batman Returns, Batman Forever, or Batman and Robin. But what was the other movie you mentioned? The Breakfast Club? Okay. It's time for me to look up those on Netflix. The Breakfast Club. Batman Returns. Batman Forever. Batman and Robin. Okay, I'm going to look up all these movies on Netflix. That's the end of my review. Mr. Freeze, yeah. Batman and Robin has a reputation for being one of the worst movies ever. But if Arnold's in it, it might be good, like Around the World in 80 Days was. I'm gonna look those up now. Laters.